Well, Germany and Great Britain, first and second in Sydney, qualifying directly and virtually in the same time for this, the final of the women's quadruple sculls. So Australia nearest to us, Great Britain 3 from the bottom, Germany in the blue boat, Ukraine the brown boat. Well, Dan, this is the moment of truth to find out whether Germany, with Katrin Boron back in the quad, if it is a much stronger crew.
Well, it is Germany's event, this. They've only lost it twice since the inception in 1984. They were beaten by China in 93 and by Australia last year at the World Championships, but they've never lost the Olympic title here. They brought Katrin Boron into the boat after Lucerne, after the British quad had beaten them in Lucerne. She was taken out of the double. They decided that they were not going to beat New Zealand in the double, and Katrin Boron was put back into the quad, put in there at bow. Now, has it strengthened them? The German double did very, very well in to come second in the double yesterday. So the test really now is whether Great Britain can match this new lineup in the German quad.
There's Kerstin El-Khalili, who with her husband have been teaching kids to row in Gaza Harbour. Germans in the blue boat on the near side, Australia, the world champions. They've changed things around. It's actually Amber Bradley now in the stroke seat, then Kerry Hoare, Rebecca Satin and Dana Faletic in the bow. This crew coached by Lyle McCarthy, a man who's achieved 5 world titles in the last 4 years with his various Australian crews.
I have to think of Katrin Boron sitting there in the bow seat of the German quad, who's got 10 gold medals at Olympic and World Championships.
Through the first quarter, nobody's broken away, and the British at the moment, Dan, still very much in the pack.
In the pack, back in 5th position though, but they are good in the middle of the race. They do settle in very nicely. They've got good run on the boat. It moves very well, and they're looking very calm, sitting there at 34 strokes a minute.
Rebecca Romero in the stroke seat, then Fran Houghton, then Debbie Flood and Alison Mowbray. Fran Houghton doing most of the calling.
Indeed she does, sitting in the 3 seat there. But remember that Rebecca Romero and Debbie Flood came in from the double from last year. They were in the double last year. They've now come into the quad, and this quad has been moving very, very well right through the year. It's probably the best of the sculling boats that Britain has put in for this regatta.
So Germany with just about a length, well, almost a length over Great Britain, but on the near side, Australia. Then 2 from the bottom, Russia. And here are the Ukraine.
Ukraine rating very, very low. They have a lot of power in their boat, but they have a very low rating, and they just move on through the pack, through the middle of the race. They're not rating anything like as high as the Australians here, who are at 35 strokes a minute, moving very nicely together. You can see how well the blades are moving together there as they pick up the water way back behind the rigger.
And the Germans certainly will want revenge for the Australian victory last year, which ended that 10-year reign of successes. And Germany looking very good as we come to the half distance here, and Great Britain just moving up now to perhaps take a share of 3rd place, moving alongside Russia, with Ukraine in lane 2 also in that line for 3rd place.
See from the German boat, they're throwing up quite a lot of water at the end of the stroke, but there's such a tremendous amount of power as they take the first part of the stroke that it really does send the boat very, very effectively. They take a lot on the legs there. Ukraine still with that very low rate of striking, moving nicely up there, the top of the picture. But Great Britain, there's Fran Houghton, Great Britain moving up all the time. They've moved up now level with the Ukraine, moving up now again on Australia, making a great push here in the 3rd 500 metres.
Well, this is absolutely crucial, because the German quad is now beginning to get away, and Great Britain have got to put themselves back into the race. The world champions on the near side, Australia, Great Britain in 3rd, Ukraine at the moment out of the medals, also dropping back Russia, and well out of it at this moment, the United States of America. But the Australians on the near side, once again, not easy to be in lane 6.
No, you're a little bit out of the picture there, but what you're doing is you're focusing in your own boat, and you're just racing your own race. Very much in the final. It's a sprint for the finish, and that's the British quad looking very relaxed, very calm. They know they've moved now into 2nd place. They know that they've got the power to move up and away from Australia. Now it's Germany. Can they catch Germany? And they've got 500 metres to go.
There's Rebecca Romero with that very silent inner strength. And by contrast, Alison Mowbray in the bow, very chatty, very positive. And now we come to the point where Frances Houghton hands over the calling to Debbie Flood. I asked her why that happened. She just said, well, I get out of puff at this point, so Debbie takes over.
Very good. But Germany looking very strong there. You can see that big push through the middle of the stroke. They pick it up well, but Great Britain certainly beginning now to track them down. They've got almost an overlap. Very, very good overlap there. Australia fighting back. Australia, who were world champions last year, they're fighting back, but Great Britain now raising the rate. They're up to 37 strokes a minute, and they're hunting down Germany.
Still an awful lot to do if they want to go one medal better than they did 4 years ago, when in the boat for Great Britain were the Batten sisters, also Gillian Lindsay and Catherine Granger, who at this regatta yesterday got another Olympic silver medal with Kath Bishop in the pairs. But they've got the overlap, and it's going their way now for Great Britain. It's almost down to half a length, the deficit.
Absolutely. I thought that when they put Catherine Boron into the boat, it was for sentimental reasons. I wasn't sure that it was going to make it go any faster, but certainly it's made the difference here between now and Lucerne 7 weeks ago. Germany, 3/4 of a length in front.
But look what's happening for third place. It's the Ukraine on the far side. The angle's deceptive there. It looks as if Australia are well ahead, but in fact the Ukraine are coming up on Australia as we speak now. Great Britain still challenging Germany, but it's a battle for all the medals now. Germany, qalqili-kowalski, and then picking it up Manuela Lutz, Mikey Evers, Catherine Boron coming towards the line. They're surely going to take the gold and keep their fantastic Olympic record. Germany take the gold. Great Britain are once again in silver medal position, and it's really close for bronze. Australia on the bottom. Ukraine, in fact, coming through to take the bronze medal away from Australia, with Russia finishing 5th and the United States 6th.
Well, what a good race there for Germany.
Great Britain, the fastest finishers, 1:37.48 for the final quarter. There in the bow of the boat, it really hasn't been easy for her. And you can see the expression on her face, just how much this...
To do it the number of times that she and Matthew Pinsent have done it, quite extraordinary. We've still got Elisabeta Lipa to go in the Romanian 8, who's trying to go for her 5th gold medal.